The Nosebleeds were a short-lived punk band formed in Wythenshawe, Manchester, England in 1976. Though the band never recorded an album and released just one single, it is well known in modern rock history for the later successes of its individual members, notably Morrissey, The Smiths, Billy Duffy, The Cult, and Vini Reilly, the Durutti Column. During their early days, they were known as Banger and The Nosebleeds, until the departure of singer Ed Garrity. Eddie Garrity, lead singer of the band, originally called Wild Ram, worked as a roadie for fellow Wythenshawe band Slaughter and the Dogs at their gigs supporting the Sex Pistols along with Buzzcocks at Manchester's Lesser Free Trade Hall on July 20, 1976. The Sex Pistols were returning to the hall after a June 4 concert that served as a catalyst for Manchester's fledgling music scene. When the crowd at the gig became violent and Garrity and a friend were injured, someone said, "You're a right bloody mob, aren't you?" Headbanger hearing him with a nosebleed, inspiring Wild Ram's transformation into Ed Banger and the Nosebleeds. Vini Reilly, later of the Durutti Column, played guitar, Garrity, Ed Banger, sang, Tomanov, Toby, played drums and Peter Crooks played bass. The newly christened group changed their image and sound to align themselves with the punk movement and released the single I Ain't Been to No Music School /Fascist Pigs on Rabid Records. It sold 10,000 copies but failed to launch the band to success, possibly due to management issues. The group appeared on the television program Granada Reports to perform the single. The band began to argue over money and shortly thereafter, Garrity and Reilly left the band. Manchester music fan Stephen Morrissey, later of The Smiths, replaced Garrity. Billy Duffy, later of Theatre of Hate and The Cult, replaced Reilly. The new lineup played only 2 gigs, one of which was well reviewed in the New Musical Express. The Nosebleeds resurfaced boasting a front man with charisma, always an advantage, wrote reviewer Paul Morley. Lead singer is now minor local legend Steve Morrison Sick, who, in his own way, is at least aware that rock and roll is about magic and inspiration. The Nosebleeds split up in 1978. After the Nosebleeds folded, Eddie Garrity supported Penetration and the Fall as Ed Banger and his group Therapy. Garrity released 3 more singles under the Ed Banger moniker, 1978's Kinnell Tommy, on Rabid Records, which was re-released later that year by EMI, 1981's I've Just Had Me Carnate, on Spiv Records, and 1983's Poor People, on Cloud9 Records. In 1979 he also released a single under the name Eddie Fiction. In 1979-80 he joined Slaughter and the Dogs for the Bite Back album and singles on the One and East Side of Town. In 1991, under the name Sound of the Baskerville, Eddie Garrity released a compilation of Nosebleeds, Slaughter and the Dogs and Ed Banger tracks together with new material. In 2005, the vintage 1977 documentary The Rise and Fall of the Nosebleeds, Punk Rediscovered, directed and edited by Bob Jones and John Crompton, premiered in Salford. As of 2006, Eddie Garrity was fronting a 70s glam band called Edwina's Rock School. In 2008, under the name Edwina's Party, 2 albums were released, Transistor Pop and Transistor Rock. In 2010, Ed Banger released a new lo-fi album, Bingo Town. In 2013 Ed Banger and the Nosebleeds were reformed by Ed featuring former Slaughter and the Dogs drummer Brian Mad Muffet Grantham. The current lineup also has Steve Wilson on bass and Al Crosby on lead guitar. An album called Kicking Off was released in late 2013, followed by New York City in 2016. The band are currently gigging, and recording has started on new songs with a view to another album in late 2016 early 2017. Philip Toby Tomanov was last spotted gigging in Weymouth with various bands including The Inhalers and Panic Attack. Ain't Been to No Music School /Fascist Pigs. Label, Rabid Records. Catalog #Taj102. Format, 7. Country, Winston-Salem. Released, July 1977. Kicking Off. Label, EBN. Catalog #. Format, CD. Released 2013 New York City. Label, EBN. Catalog #EBN002. Format, CD. Released, April 2016. Streets, includes Ain't Been to No Music School. Label, Beggars Banquet Records. Catalog #Beta1. Format, Vinyl LP. Country, UK. Released, 1977.